Hey there folks, today I'd like to take a casual peek into the Wii Mario Kart minifigure building sets by NEX. These are part of a first in a series of minifigure building sets, and they were first available in 2011 at most mass retailers. I got these at Target and paid $2.99 for each of these sets. Now I believe these minifigures are supposed to go with the Wii Mario Kart racing system by NEX, but they do well on their own as just minifigures, and they're actually sold in basically a case box of just minifigures. And very interesting in the design, because at first glance they look like blind pack minifigures, but they're not randomized in the packaging, at least for the first series. And each bag depicts what particular character is within those bags, such as this one here of Mario. Now, in the first series, there are 4 figure sets available. They have Mario here, Luigi here, Yoshi over here, and Bowser here. Now, the figures are not evenly distributed. I believe the Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi have the most distribution, while Bowser here is, I think, 1 per box, and is a little bit harder to find. Now, it's very interesting because of the fixed nature of this first series. The following series actually do switch to blind packs, so if you're wanting to get a particular character of these 4, it's best to actually purchase from the first series, because you know what you'll be getting. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at each of these figure sets, and we're going to actually build them during this video, and should be pretty interesting. And we'll go ahead and start out with Mario here, and we'll just go ahead and open the bag here. There's a little dot here. You can just tear along, and that should open the packaging here. Here is the front packaging for Mario, and the back of the packaging there. And this set contains basically only 3 pieces, so should be relatively easy to put together. Let's go ahead and open this up here. Just tear that apart. And we have a figure here wrapped in very thin tissue-like paper. And here we have instructions on how to put Mario together, with I'm not sure if that's a code or a serial number there. And we got some information there. It looks like copyright and warning information. Let's go ahead and put Mario together if he's not already put together. And as we can see here, he does come with basically 3 pieces. The torso here, the head over here, and the lower torso here. And putting them together is relatively easy. And here we have Mario completed and put together. Take a look at Mario here. It's actually quite nice for a minifigure. Nice detail there, and very well painted. I don't see any bleed whatsoever. You can see Mario's head sculpt there, with his bulbous nose there, and his trademark mustache. And he does wear his cap and his overalls here, which is pretty nice. Like I said, very well painted. I don't see any bleed anywhere over here, and he does have some interesting articulation. Just taking a look at it real quick. Going over articulation of Mario here. The head does go all the way around, and the arms they don't go all the way around unless you take off the head. because his arms do run into his head here. And his hands do go all the way around at the wrist, so that's very nice. And he does have waist articulation that goes all the way around. And his legs do go up and down and slightly to the back. So pretty much typical minifigure articulation, and this is a very well designed figure. I really like how they applied the paint especially. It's very, very clean. So very nice Mario figure. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at his partner in crime here, Luigi. And here's his packaging. And the back, it looks like the back of the packaging for all of these figures are the same. And even the serial number, I guess, or series number on there is the same as well. And I didn't point that out earlier, but it looks like they are telling you that there are instructions inside on there. Let's go ahead and open this figure up. And this one's a little bit tougher there to open. Looks like I didn't open it properly, so now it's going to be a little bit difficult here to open up. There we go. And he's wrapped in paper as well. Same information on the serial number here, but of course we have a different picture of the figure putting him together, and he's 3 pieces as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at Luigi here. We have the lower torso, and you can tell that it's a little bit longer than Mario's. And this here is the upper torso, which I believe is the same, just repainted on there. So, and of course we have a different head for Luigi. And we'll put him together. Should be real easy. And you can see here Luigi, and pretty cool, very nice. And of course you can tell the differences between the two based on the color scheme and just being a little bit taller than Mario here and thinner. Very nicely painted as well. And I didn't notice this on the top. It looks like they placed the copyright stamp information on the top of the head there, or on the hat. So very interesting. Look at Mario. Yep, he's got it as well. So pretty cool. And won't go over the articulation on Luigi because it's basically the same as Mario's there. Nothing different there, just the sculpt and paint. So very cool figure there. Very nice. And for size comparisons, they are a bit bigger than Lego minifigures. I have a Batman minifigure here, and we'll just line them up for size comparisons. You could see that he is, or the brothers there are a little bit bigger. I would say they're about the same size as a Minimate. I don't have a Minimate on hand to do a size comparison, but generally about the same size as Minimates on there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next figure here, and that's Yoshi. And there's his packaging here. Let me just turn that down a little bit. And some more information on the packaging. You can see the Nintendo seal at the top. Mario on a motorcycle there. And this is aged for 6 and up on there, which surprising. I would think the age would have been a little bit lower. They don't seem to be too much of a danger. Maybe it's the smaller parts for choking hazards. I don't know. But Yoshi is 3 pieces as well, so he is going to have almost the same articulation points as the brothers. There's the back of the packaging. And let's see if I can open this up a little bit better than Luigi's packaging here. A little bit easier this time. Same packaging within, and specific set for Yoshi there. And here we go. We've got a head for Yoshi, and the lower torso, and the upper torso here. Quickly looking at the figures here, let me just put him together. I noticed that Yoshi is a little less well painted than the brothers here. You can see a little bit of I guess rough edges to the paint on there. A little bit of bleed from where the paint is supposed to stop, especially at the white areas on there. But overall, pretty good. You can see that the gap is very evident here in the white paint on the torso. The orange paint is actually pretty good on back here, on his back, and his ridges on the back of his head. Very nice. And you got painted eyes, a little bit of paint slop on the top eye there. But overall, a pretty good figure. You can see his shoes there. And he has a similar, I guess, articulation compared to the other two figures here, with a swivel head, can go all the way around. The arms do go around, but again, hindered a little bit due to the head there. Same articulation with the hands. The waist, although the tail does raise the torso a bit, as you can see here, so I don't think it was actually meant to go all the way around, but you can if you work at it and get around the movement of the tail there. There we go, so you can get it all the way around. And we have, of course, the legs, although his legs are a little bit more restricted in the range on there compared to Mario and Luigi. So, but overall, a decent figure. Nice to have Yoshi here, which is nice. And we'll get to the final figure here, which is Bowser. And as I mentioned earlier, this is the most difficult to find of the 4 figures. I believe these are 1 to a box, or maybe 2 to a box, I'm not sure. But I believe in the second series, he is probably more plentiful, because I know that these 4 are part of the second series, in addition to some newer characters such as Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. on there. So, but Bowser, I believe in the second series, is a little bit more plentiful. So, but the thing is, they're blind packs now, so whether you get a Bowser or someone else, that's really up to your feeling ability or your guessing ability there. But this is the front of the Bowser packaging. And taking a look, we have the back here, pretty much the same. And Bowser here contains 6 pieces, so a lot more than the other characters. Let's go ahead and open him up. Let's see, I'm not having too much success in opening these easily. There we go. And you can see how much packaging goes with Bowser here. Basically like 2 figures worth of pieces. And here are the instruction sheet on how to put Bowser together. A little bit more involved on there. Most of the newer parts are the shell and tail there. So let's go ahead and open these. Take a look. We have Bowser's head right there. Let me see if I can change the ISO there. There's Bowser's head. And part of his shell here, the upper shell. And we have the lower shell here. And it looks like the lower shell pegs into the back of the upper shell. Or pegs on top of it, I'm sorry. And go ahead and take a look at this half. And we have a tail with a spike at the end, which is cool. And we've got what look like arms and claws, and of course the torso. This one has a little bit more paint and detail than the other figures. You can really tell on there. And we have the lower torso. Let's go ahead and put Bowser together here. Get this stuff out of the way. And let's see here. Squeeze that together. Looks like I put the tail into here. Squeeze that in. Put the head on top. Or maybe I should put the shell on. Make it a little bit easier to do here. And the shell here is made of a softer plastic. All the other figures seem to be made of a relatively harder plastic. Except maybe the heads, but the bodies seem to be a little bit more rigid, while the shell here is a little bit soft. And then just go ahead and squeeze that in there. And I'll put Bowser's head on top. And we have Bowser here. Taking a look at Bowser. Pretty cool figure. A lot more pieces. One thing I noticed, the seams on the shell is pretty evident. There's a gap in between the upper and lower half of the shell there. And maybe if I squeeze that a little bit more, I can probably close that gap. But looks like even if I squeeze it in, there's a bit of paint wear here on this edge, where you can really see the gap on the seam. But very well painted on these spikes on the back of the shell. And nice sculpting detail on the neck area, and these bracers or bracelets, spike bracelets on Bowser there. And they're painted black with white spikes. So that's actually kind of nice. And of course we have the detail on the head here. Very, very cool. And his row of teeth and tongue within. Very cool. Let's see how his articulation goes. The head does not go all the way around because it does run into the back of the shell on there. And the arms do swing up and down, but because of the shell, again, restricts all the way movement of the arm. The hands do go all the way around at the wrist. And don't expect any waist articulation for Bowser because of the shell, once again. And the legs do swing up and down, and the tail does not actually move on here. Looks like because of the tail, you can't have him standing straight up and down. It looks like he's going to have to be leaning forward a bit for the tail here. Let's just see. Yeah, he does have to lean forward just a little bit on there. And I didn't point it out, but there is paint detail on his torso area, so pretty cool. Nice figure, if not restricted by the sculpt of the shell here. Restricted on the articulation, that is. But still pretty cool minifigures. Like I said, about the size of Mini-Mates, except for Bowser, who's a little bit bulkier there. But very cool figures from the first offering of the NEX Mario Kart building sets. Now, as I mentioned, there is a newer set available that are blind packs, so that include these 4, plus I believe 4 additional characters, newer characters. But this is my casual peek into the the Wii Mario Kart minifigure building set by NEX. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.